Welcome back to Ride JBI. I'm JB. Today I'm with our friend Josh Swenson from Utah. He's with 412MX. He came out about just over a week ago to get some just kind of hands-on training on installing some of our JBI DIY kits. Also, more importantly, we set up his bike, which is a 2024 Kawasaki KX450, with our JBI Suspension DIY Pro Fork Kit and JBI Suspension DIY Pro Shock Kit on his bike. What is cool is he came out, and the first day he got to ride our local track at Fox on his stock bike as is, and then we did his suspension, then we got to go out later on in the week with his done suspension. So that way he got to get familiar with the track, familiar with the layout and just his new area and how the bike worked, and then we got to revalve his bike, and then he got to go ride at the same track again, and this time not learning the track and everything wasn't new to him. That was really important to me, instead of just giving him a new bike right off the bat and trying to figure out a new track. So with that in mind, he got to ride Fox, he got to ride Kahia twice, so he's got some good time on the bike, and he did beforehand, before he came out here as well.
Yeah, I put about 25 hours on the stock suspension before I came out here.
Cool. So with that kind of context, I'll let Josh take over from here and just kind of share his experience with how his bike performed beforehand and how it's feeling now that we have done the suspension for him.
Yeah, I knew I was coming out here, so I wanted to get a good feel for the stock suspension so I could notice the change. And right off the bat, what hit me the most was the traction that I gained to the front and the rear, and mostly like lean angle traction.
Like going into corners and stuff?
Yes.
Consecutive bumps?
Exactly. When my stock suspension, it felt really, the 24KX is pretty good straight line, you know, but as soon as you would get on lean, it would want to knife or just kind of felt all over the place, and I can easily carry 2 to 3 times more speed in the corners, it feels like, with your stuff on there. And the hold up, the suspension is, when I first sat on it, I felt like it was going to be soft, you know,
right?
But it's so progressive. It's just got, it's like butter over all the braking bumps, but you just can't bottom it out. It's amazing.
Cool. Oh, thank you, man. A lot of time and effort went into those settings. It's not something we just developed overnight. It's specifically for the Cowies. We started on those settings back in 2019 when that new chassis and that new suspension components came out. When Cowie went from the air fork back to the spring fork. Of course, the 24 is a different bike. It's been updated as well, but not updated a ton. So a lot of the settings we had previously did translate to that bike, but we did make some adjustments that are specific and unique to the 2024 model. What I'm getting at is, thank you. It's been a long time coming in terms of developing these settings and getting the bike to work as well as it does.
Oh man, it was night and day. Like, I was expecting a good change, but you know, you don't know until you know, right?
For sure.
And now it's like a curse. Now I'll never be able to have stock suspension again.
Well, I'm really glad you came out for the week. It seemed like you learned a lot. You're a great help and asset around the shop. Thank you. You brought great energy and enthusiasm. Like, that was awesome as well, man. So I look forward to coming back out to visit us, and I look forward for you to get to go ride your bike back home on all your personal tracks and see how it feels out there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to work, to the shop, and introduce Ride JBI to Utah and get some more Ride JBI stickers out there. So.
Yeah, thank you. So again, all JBI services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com. If you need to get a hold of Josh, it is 412MX outside of Utah.